explain a bit on the 浮动区区. I don't know how to get English, but
Sure. Well, you can say it's a floating point or unfixed point. Means the point doesn't have a fixed location.
Yeah.
You know, there are two things to understand that. Number one, what is a point? How big is a point? You know, when we learn 40 meridians, you probably already had a sense that not every point has the same diameters. Some of the points were so little, you have to be able to needle to a very, very precise location to allow the needle to go in, like Ba Liao on the back, or, you know, like the, you know, Shen Men, Yin Xi, Tong Li, Ling Dao. There are 4 points here, you know, and they, each of them only are ½ inch away from each other. But there are also some points are like, you know, Li4. It could be actually a huge, you know, a point that, you know, anytime you can't go too far from that, you know, is a huge area like a coin maybe. So it depends on how your understanding about what a point is. In master tone systems, why sometimes we use Dao Mao? We use 2 or 3 points, you know, and it, gradually, if you would understand, that's how recently we've been talking since 2012, 2013. We started to bring in the idea of a zone therapy. Means when you are putting multiple needles or when you're using a point, you're not just using one single point. You're actually using an area. After by understanding this, then you'll be able to understand why sometimes the point could be floating. It's because you're not just needling one thing, one single precise tiny spot. You're actually stimulating, or you're trying to, you know, adjust something from a switch, and that switch can connect it to different part of the body through different, you know, channels or platforms, not the 40 meridian channels. Actually, channels is not the only thing that creates connections between different part of the body, you know. So sometimes the points could be not fixed in the location. And that also explains when we learn 40 meridians, sometimes we were told you rather miss the point, but do not miss the meridian. But I want to actually share with you guys, you have to also think about how wide, what is the width of a meridian? And is there any points could be between 2 meridians? And if there's a point that's between 2 meridians, how can this point can be connected to different meridians? So are there only 12 meridians in the body? What about, you know, for example, we have a 侧三里, 侧下三里. It is located between the foot Yangming channels and the foot Shaoyang gallbladder channels. It's between Yangming and Shaoyang. And when there's a point, which channel it is connected to? And when you use that to treat facial paralysis, why it's connected to, you know, your face? You know, does it go with the bladder channel, gallbladder channel, or stomach channel, or maybe not channels? So those were all good questions for us to think about it. And then once you understand that, you have a different view